came down to this. Your friend asking a friend, would you ride tubeless on the road and race crits on them? Now I remember this time last year looking a lot into trying to figure out what I was going to be racing on for 2019, back in 2018. And my thoughts were, I really wanted to try this road tubeless thing. I think it's ready for prime time. There's enough tires to choose from. There's enough technology. There's enough people that have gone screaming down mountain descents that I felt like it's probably okay for me to check out. Now earlier this year I did a road tubeless setup video. Tubeless clincher carbon wheels at a very affordable price. Traeger tubeless ready Aeolus 3 wheels. So I picked those up on eBay used, and I've been very happy with that wheel set. I think it's a screaming deal, by the way. If you can find these Aeolus 3s on eBay, I think they offer a ton of bang for the buck. And then I've had 3 different tires set up on road tubeless on these rims as well. So I've had flats, I've raced, I've gone on adventure rides, I've done everything you can imagine you would want to do on a road tubeless setup, and I've been, wait for it, extremely happy. It's been awesome. I really, really like the road tubeless. So for when I first started cycling, I had clinchers for years, and that was fine. And then I tried tubular because everybody talked about it, and it was faster, and all these mythic properties of tubular wheels. Tubeless now I can do myself. So I bought a couple of things to make that happen. One, I got some sealant. I have used my shop uses stands. I've used orange, and then I got this muck off stuff that I've not tried yet, but I'm looking forward to trying that. I would say that I've had better luck with the orange than I've had with the stands from the shop, but not enough to really care. And then I picked up one of these things on Amazon. So this is a sealant injector. This is really, really important if you're going to be doing your own stuff. And then this is critical, a valve seal tool, or a valve tool. That's it, a valve tool. So buy one of these. And then I bought this. So I've also bought this is more typical in a mountain bike or gravel bike kind of setup. So this is one of these rubber plugs with a piece of metal pointy bit on the end. And I did use this, and then I rode on the wheel tire for probably 300-400 miles. There's just flat out a hole in that tire. Okay. Feels like it's working. Now I'm going to clip it. The whole point of this setup was that I would have the same tire, the same wheel in training all day, every day, and then be able to race the same thing without any added stress or pressure of switching wheels or tires, okay? That's really my whole point. It's not that I want one to be faster or slower. I just don't want to deal with the changing. So I've been running these generally at about 78 in front and 80 in the back for almost the whole season, and that's really important because that gives you the ride quality of tubular. When I used to be on tubulars, I was probably at 95 or 100 PSI, and they were great. I love tubulars, but it's just not worth the hassle. If you're on a pro team, knock yourself out. 80 on tubeless delivers exactly that same comfort and feel and grip. Those things I just showed you and an air compressor, you're in good shape. Or one of those pumps that charge up a blast of air and then go on there. So as far as tires, the Corsas went on these rims pretty easily. The Contis that I was on, Conti 5000s, I had a pair of those as well, and that was probably the majority of my season was on the Conti 5000s. Those took 3 guys at a bike shop, including myself, to get them on the rims. That's not easy, and that's not something you're going to deal with when you're on the side of the road. So there's no knock on Conti there. It's just some rims, some tires don't always get along. And I use the Bontrager approved rim strips. And I would advise you to look at the same thing. Whatever your manufacturer is for the wheel, follow their recommendations for tires and setup, because they're really the ones that are more in charge of your safety than the rubber. Tubeless tires are not the cheapest things in the world. They're fairly expensive, but in my experience through this year, I went through 3. This is my 3rd set. I just put these on. These are Pirelli's tires that are more of a heavier training tire, and I'm using these in the off season, and I'll switch those out next spring when I'm ready to start my first race. I'll probably go back to the courses, hoping that maybe they improved their durability a little bit by that time. But these were super easy to set up, no problem at all. And the courses were super easy to set up. The Contis were challenging, but just getting it on there. After that, sealant, look up the right amount of sealant for road, and you're in good shape. I run 25s. Anyway, what does all this come down to? Would I run tubeless again for another season of crits? And that answer is absolutely positively yes. Tubulars are great, and they allow you to roll on a flat tire, which you would need if you are racing a pro race where your livelihood depends on you keeping up with the race. That is not the case for most of us. That's what it all comes down to. This channel is really about giving you honest advice, feedback of things that I have tried personally, and I can provide you with information on as though you asked your buddy at a group ride. My mission is to never burden you with tons and tons of technical knowledge, because check them out. That is my full review, 2019, the whole year on road tubeless, and I'm definitely going to be doing it again for 2020. Thanks for watching. The goal on the channel is to grow our sport, grow our fitness, and grow our knowledge. Hopefully I delivered that to you today. Please consider subscribing. I would appreciate having you on board the Race Fam. Thanks.